Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Bitcoin just hit this exact short-term price target and is now attempting a breakout from this much larger pattern. So I'll be talking about that in just a moment, alongside Ethereum, which is now breaking out above critical short-term resistance while it's still playing out this short-term bullish signal. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, taking a look at the weekly Bitcoin charts, giving you a quick update in case you're new to the channel. Basically, right now, Bitcoin is still potentially repeating history. We're still somewhat struggling around that all-time high breakout level, which is very normal to see. We have seen this in previous bull cycles. But just over the last one day, we actually confirmed the second highest weekly candle close in Bitcoin's entire price history. So we're still sitting right around that all-time high level. And so as I've been saying over and over again here on the channel, do not be fooled by short-term bearish price action, because yes, we can see some bearish price action here in the short term, but that is very normal to see these slight dips in the short term or pullbacks every now and again. Once again, that does not necessarily change the larger trend at play. And so as always, it's important to understand the difference between the different timeframes. On small timeframes, we could be looking bullish or bearish, but on the larger timeframes, looking at the bigger picture, we're still looking very bullish. And with that being said, taking a look at the daily time frame, looking at the DXY, and right now this is continuing to drop to the downside, which is technically a short-term bullish signal for Bitcoin. Because as we can see here on the chart, basically all you need to know about the DXY in case you're new to the channel is basically when the DXY is bearish, that is usually bullish for Bitcoin and crypto, and when the DXY is bullish, that's usually bearish for Bitcoin and crypto. And now obviously it's not a 100% perfect accurate indicator. For example, there's some cases where we might see bullish price action in Bitcoin coupled with bullish price action in the DXY. But basically, usually the price of Bitcoin struggles to go to the upside, at least significantly, while the DXY is bullish. And usually we see the most bullish price action in Bitcoin when the DXY is bearish. And so now seeing another short-term pullback continue here in the DXY, once again, this is a good thing for Bitcoin. This is bullish for Bitcoin and crypto. And if we're staying on the daily Bitcoin chart, what we are now seeing as of recording this video is an attempted breakout above this descending line of resistance for this massive symmetrical triangle pattern that I've talked about over the last few days. And in case you're new to this channel, this descending line of resistance right here is currently sitting at around 70.7k, so just below 71,000. And if we confirm this daily candle close, which is going to happen very soon, by the time you're watching this video, we might have already confirmed this daily candle close. And if we confirm that daily candle close above that resistance at 70.7k, then that will technically confirm the breakout to the upside here on the daily time frame with the candle close. And so in that situation, the only way to invalidate the breakout to the upside and invalidate the bullish price target would be to then see a confirmed break back below that line right there. But at least for now, considering we're attempting this breakout to the upside and we could be about to see the first confirmation confirming the breakout with this candle close, if we're taking a look at the bullish price target for this breakout to the upside, that sets up a bullish price target for this price pattern sitting at around $85,000. And so from the point of the breakout, that is a potential around 20% move to the upside, or from the current price, very close to the point of the breakout to that price target, that's still around a 19% move to the upside if we fully complete this pattern by hitting the price target. And now keep in mind, there's still some levels of resistance between now and then. For example, we should be finding some resistance around this all-time high level at around 73 to 74,000. And so just because we're setting up a bullish price target for this breakout, once again, if we confirm the breakout with this candle close, even in that case, I do not expect this to be a straight line towards the price target, because Bitcoin rarely moves in straight lines. We often see pullbacks and things like that along the way, so just keep that in mind. And as for my short-term trading strategy right now, I am already starting to enter a long position, longing this breakout to the upside here for Bitcoin. And as of right now, that Bitcoin long position that I'm opening is currently a fairly small long position, and essentially I'll increase the size of that position if we see more confirmation. So for example, if we see this daily candle close, or even better, if we see some sort of retest flipping previous resistance into new support, then essentially the more confirmation, the more confidence that we can be in this breakout to the upside. And so as we start to see more and more confirmation, once again, I'll just add to that position. And as I said earlier, the point of invalidation would be if we see a breakback below that line at around 70.6k to 70.7k. And so if that happens, of course, I'll take a small loss on that trade and essentially close that trade with a stop loss below the point of invalidation. But the entire idea of trading is to not avoid all losses, is to manage risk and basically make more profits than losses. And in case you're wondering where I'm taking that trade right now for Bitcoin, as of right now, I have that trade open over on Bybit, so I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit in the description down below and in the pinned comment. And in fact, if you use that link down below this video to make a Bybit account and deposit on that account, then you can get up to a $30,000 deposit bonus, but only if you use that link down below this video. But for whatever reason, if you cannot access Bybit or if you cannot KYC on Bybit, there is also Bitflex, which is another crypto exchange similar to Bybit, but you don't need KYC for Bitflex. And so I'll also leave a link to Bitflex down below this video, and if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here where there's an exclusive Apple Watch Series 9 giveaway happening over at Bitflex just by trading crypto on Bitflex. And this will also be ending very soon, so if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, you might as well check out those exchanges links down below if you want to claim those extra bonuses. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 4-hour time frame, and right now the price of Bitcoin has broken out above significant resistance here in the short term. First of all, after already breaking out above this area, sitting in between 68 to 69,000, we have now actually found support in that area with a successful retest and also broken out above this significant level of resistance, which was sitting at around 71,500. And at least at the time of recording this video, the price of Bitcoin is currently finding support at around 71,500, which is good news. That is bullish price structure anytime where we flip previous resistance into new support. And so once again, that's the level of support to pay attention to at the moment. And as for short-term resistance, I'll be looking at this area sitting in between 73 to 74,000. And if we're taking a look at this 2-hour Bitcoin chart, we can see that over the last one day, the price of Bitcoin hit my exact bullish price target for this breakout pattern right here. And in fact, we've slightly exceeded that price target already, gone a little bit higher than the price target because that target was sitting at around 72,000. And this is something that I've already been talking about over the last few days since all the way back down here. I've been saying we have this active bullish price target for this pattern just on the 2-hour time frame. And so once again, this was yet another short-term trading opportunity where we could have longed this move to the upside towards this price target and of course taken some profits around that price target. Once again, that was another trading strategy that I shared here on the channel over the last few days. And so this is why it's important to subscribe to this channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important update videos where I share these trading opportunities where you could potentially make a lot of easy money. And if we're taking a look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we can see over the last one day, we just took out a lot of short positions because basically Bitcoin liquidated this entire area of short positions. A lot of liquidation levels were sitting at around 72,000. And so once again, a lot of short positions over the last one day got completely wiped out of the market. And we still have some more short position liquidation levels sitting at around 74,000. And so it is quite likely that sometime soon in the short term, the price of Bitcoin, it's very likely that we're going to go towards 74,000 to liquidate those positions. Because in case you're new to this channel, usually the price of Bitcoin moves towards where there's a lot of liquidity. And with that being said, getting into the Ethereum part of this video, this is on the weekly time frame, and over the last one day, the weekly candle close has saved us. We've seen the weekly candle close confirm above 3.4k. And in fact, at the time of recording this video, we are once again bouncing from this area, which was sitting in between 3.4k to 3.5k. So this is good news here in the short term. But either way, as I've been saying this entire time and for a very long time now on the channel, I'm still very bullish on the larger trend at play when we're talking about the significant higher highs and higher lows here on the larger timeframes. And the next important resistance to pay attention to on the weekly time frame is this Fibonacci level, which is sitting at around 4.1k. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 4-hour time frame, over the last one day, we just broke out above some major resistance. First of all, we had this short-term area of resistance, which was previous support right here, and that was sitting in between around 34.70 to around 35.30, which we clearly broke out above. And the moment we broke out above that level, we quickly moved to the upside, and we found a small amount of resistance just for a few hours right at this significant level of resistance, which was sitting at around 36.50. But as of right now, we have now broken out above that level, which is bullish. And the next short-term area of resistance to watch out for is sitting in between around 37.50 to 3.8k, and above that we should find more resistance in between around 4,000 to 4.1k. And as for short-term support levels, I would now expect short-term support at around 36.50 at this previous resistance, now acting as new support. And in a more bearish scenario, let's just say if we broke back below that level, then we should also find support in this area, sitting in between 34.70 to 35.30. And if we're zooming into the 3-hour time frame, we can clearly see that over the last few days, exactly as I've been talking about over the last few days, this bullish divergence here in the short term is still playing out. And so obviously after we saw all of that bearish price action roughly around a week ago, right down here, I said here on the channel and over the last few days that we should no longer be expecting any significant bearish price action here in the short term, and instead it's very likely we're going to see either neutral price action at least, but most likely a slight bullish relief as one of the most likely outcomes here in the short term. And obviously over the last few days, we did indeed see that slight bullish relief, and we're definitely seeing a bit more of a bullish relief at the moment. But with that being said, on the smaller time frames, this is pushing the RSI into overbought territory, so keep that in mind. Just in the short term, we're currently getting to those overbought levels, which basically means sometime soon, potentially sometime over the next 1 to 2 days, possibly around this area of resistance, we could likely take a bit of a break from all of that bullish price action just to cool off here in the short term. But potentially after a bit of a short-term cool off, we could continue that bullish recovery later on after we reset this RSI here in the short term. And if we're taking a quick look at Solana on the 2-hour time frame, over the last 1 day, honestly, not much has changed here on the 2-hour time frame, with the price still running into this ascending line of resistance, which is currently sitting at around 183. And so that is the level to break out above, and once we actually confirm a breakout above $183, then in that case the next short-term resistance should be sitting at around 190, and above that the next resistance should be sitting at around 197 to 198, and above that more resistance at around 203. And as for short-term support, I would expect some support right around here, sitting at around 176, and below that we have a massive support in this price range, sitting in between around 167 to 172. And so basically the situation for Solana in the short term is that right now it's just following Bitcoin and Ethereum with this bullish relief in the short term, but we are still running into that short-term resistance, which is the level where we're currently struggling at. And if you want to trade these moves in the price of Solana or any other crypto, once again, check out those links down below this video if you want to claim those extra bonuses. And believe it or not, you can make money in crypto no matter what direction the price goes, whether we're bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways. You can make money from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that's everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next video.